welcome to another edition of Ace's Garage. Today on Ace's Garage, we had a cracked rim on the 234 on the KTM 250XE, so what we're going to do is replace just the rim only. We're going to take this XL rim off, and we're going to put on this Dirt Star rim that I got from Courtney Motorsports. Today I got my handy dandy helpers, the puppies over there. They're going to talk to us and tell us how to do the job. Just to help us out a little bit, I like to give each of the spoke nipples a little shot of WD-40 just to free them up before we get started. What I've done with this touring stand is just make myself a reference point, just as a general reference point, so that when the new rim gets put on, that I can true it up and it will match the same track as the old rim. So step one of this job is removal of the old rim. And what we're going to do is take our handy dandy electrical tape, tape our spokes in place. This way, when the old rim gets removed, the spokes kind of stay in place and it's easy to get the new rim installed without the spokes flopping all over the place. Do this with tire wraps if you want to also. I like to loosen each spoke with the wrench. So I got almost all my spoke nipples off, but I do have one that's seized up. So what I'm going to have to do is give it a little bit more WD-40 and just work it back and forth until it comes off. Alright, now we have our spokes fully disconnected. The only thing left to do is take the rim off. There we go. Old cracked rim, goodbye. New rim, come on. So what we want to do is just make sure that we have it lined up with a couple of spokes going the right way. You'll also want to note that it may take some fiddling around to get all the spokes seated and started. Okay, so we're back to the point where we have our assembled rim into the touring stand. We're going to remove the tape that holds our spokes together. We're going to keep everything loose, and we're going to make sure that the spoke ends are seated in the hub. Now it's time for us to start the touring process. The way I like to do this is I do the hop first, and then the side to side. So I take the part where the rim is hanging down the greatest and put some tension on some of those spokes. And if I need to, I'll remove a little bit of tension from the other side. So we've got our rim, so it's coming in pretty close, and it's important for us to remember that as we make adjustments to one part of the rim, it's going to affect the other part. And it's just all about making those incremental adjustments. It hops within 1 millimeter, side to side within about 1 millimeter. That's not too bad. We're going to go with that. Our next step is to tighten up all the spoke nipples. The KTM manual specifies approximately 5-6 Newton meters, which is about 45 inch-pounds. And I'm just coming up on my final torque right now. What I did was I came up in 5 inch-pound increments starting at 30 inch-pounds. So it takes a little while, but I think it just produces a better result. I'm going to put the 234 back into service. Thanks for sitting in on Ace's Garage. I hope you learned a little something today. And let me know if you have any tips that are a little bit different than what I showed you here today. I hope you have a great day. And remember, brappity brap, and don't look back.